If you find this summary helpful, start with a free trial for detailed summaries on Apple Podcasts and Spotify using link in descriptions. Here is key point discussed in podcast: how to have better, hotter sex. Using the Kamasutra, it's not what you think. For Dr. Seema Anand, one of the things that really stood out to me was how the Kamasutra is not just about sex positions, but it's actually a guide to pleasure. It's all about how to create an environment of desire and intimacy, and it's not just focused on the male gaze. In fact, it's really focused on the pleasure of women, which is just so beautiful. And one of the things that Dr. Anand was talking about was how the Kamasutra has this concept of pleasure module. It's all about building up desire and intimacy through non-pressured days, where you're not focused on penetration or orgasm, but just on being together and enjoying each other's company. And it's not just about the physical act of sex, but it's also about the emotional connection and the conversation that you have before and after sex. She was talking about how the Kamasutra has this chapter on kissing, and it's not just about the physical act of kissing, but it's also about the anticipation and the build-up. And she was sharing this story about how she had this date with a guy, and all he did was rub his lower lip against hers, and it was just so exciting. It's all about building up that anticipation and desire. And then we shifted talking about jewelry, and how the Kamasutra uses jewelry as a way to create this sensory experience. It's not just about wearing jewelry, but it's about how the jewelry moves on your body, and how it creates this biofeedback. And Dr. Anand was sharing these examples of how different pieces of jewelry can be used to create different sensations and experiences. It's just so beautiful and creative. It's all about creating this environment of desire and pleasure, and it's not just focused on the physical act of sex. It's about the emotional connection and the conversation that you have with your partner. It's not just about using modern-day perfumes, but actually using different fragrances on different parts of the body to create a sensory experience. The idea is that each part of the body functions differently, and different perfumes smell different on different parts of you. But what's really interesting is that it's not just about the physical sensation, it's also about being present in the moment. Dr. Anand explained that the idea of using perfume is to bring you back into the present, to remind you to focus on the experience and not get distracted. It's not just about using a technique, it's about literally taking you into your own senses. We also talked about the concept of semen retention and how it's been misinterpreted in modern times. Dr. Anand explained that it's not just about not masturbating, but about understanding how to channel your energy and raise your consciousness. It's about being able to energize your mind and shed stagnation, and it's not just about becoming more masculine or powerful. And then there's the idea of using a soft penis, which comes from Taoist literature. Dr. Anand explained that it's not just about trying something different, but also about taking away the pressure of thinking you need to be hard enough to penetrate. It's about building up foreplay and creating a more intimate connection with your partner. Dr. Anand explained that this is what builds up desire and intimacy, and it's what leads to a better sex life.